After all we've been through together, who would believe we'd still be so much in love? After all, it just keeps getting better. There's no one for me but you. After all, no, there's no one for me but you. After all. Thank you very much. How many years were you and Frank together, Kathy? 53. Oh, wonderful. Thank you for coming again today. Yeah, that's for sure. And Tish is making her way up here now, and I know you're going to really enjoy Tish Hinojosa. She was, interestingly enough, we knew each other when we were both on record labels in Nashville in the 90s. She was on Warner Brothers when I was on Capitol, and then later I was on Warner Brothers and you were on Rounder. And both of us definitely deserve to go much farther in the music business than we did, don't you think? But you know what? We have had a ball, and look at us. We're still out here playing music and doing what we love and doing it our way. And that is one of the things that I think both of us have been so, adamant about, where we weren't willing to sacrifice the way we wanted to do our music and present ourselves to be with a big label. We just, chose to be bigger fish in a small pond of Western music. And that's what Tish does too. She makes her home most of the time, well, about half and half, isn't it? About half the time in Arizona and about half the time in Austin, Texas area. And but you were raised in Austin area. I know she's going to tell you some more about herself than we're getting just a tiny bit of. Is that because I'm too close to this? Okay, I'll move over.
I think that's an airplane.
That wasn't what I was hearing, though. Dang it! I think you're right, though. There is. I forgot to tell them to stop air traffic. For heaven's sake, we're doing a concert here. Oh my goodness, no. So anyway, she came in from Arizona yesterday, and we just had some salmon and hung out last night and had some fun, and then just glad to have her up here today. I evidently didn't give her perfect time of day by the concert, but do you want to move that a little bit? Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm being told her here.
Anyway, yes, please make welcome Tish Hinojosa.
Thank you.
We've had a few mishaps, but that's just it's kind of something that happens when you have new things going on and all that. You're playing a couple other places in Oregon, though.
This is first of about 7 days in Oregon.
Yeah.
From here back to Portland, a little record store in-store at Millennium Music, and a radio show Tuesday morning, early, KBOO Radio, and later on in Roseburg, Corvallis, and then Eugene.
Great.
Making the rounds. And I'm glad you're my first stop. It's already been so much fun.
Good. Well, good. All right. Well, we just thought since it is Sunday and since it is just, something, we hope this day is good. We thank you all for being here. And so we're going to do a little Don Williams tune that we both like a lot. Lord, I hope this day is good. I'm feeling empty and misunderstood. I should be thankful, Lord, I know I should. But Lord, I hope this day is good. Lord, have you forgotten me? I've been praying to you faithfully. I'm not saying I'm a righteous one, Well, Lord, I hope you understand. I don't need fortune, I don't need fame. Send down the thunder, Lord, send down the rain. But when you're planning just how it should be, plan a good day for me. Lord, this day is good. I'm feeling empty and misunderstood. I should be thankful, Lord, I know I should. But Lord, I hope this day is good. You've been the king since the dawn of time. All that I'm asking is a little less crying. Well, it might be hard for the devil to do, but it would be easy for you. So Lord, I hope this day is good. I'm feeling empty and misunderstood. I should be thankful, Lord, I know I should. But Lord, I hope this day is good. Dear Lord, I hope this day is good. Thank you for singing with me.
It's such a great
Coming up
song.
on 1 year of marriage, right? What's the date again? July 12th. So congratulations! I got to play at their wedding. So
Oh, how wonderful!
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had friends whose weddings I've played like decades ago, and I'm happy most of them are still together.
All right.
So traveling across the country. Oh, is that me? Let's see. Okay. Of course, this beautiful country of ours, all the way from the East Coast to the West Coast to the Midwest down to South Texas, which is my part of the country. But here's a little song I wrote, actually, while driving across the great Northwest all the way back down to Texas. Just a fun road trip we took a few years ago, my husband and I. And I wrote this little song on the trip. It's called The Wild, Wild West. Mile upon mile, we travel the plains, stopping for water, then riding again, searching the prairie for what may remain of the wild, wild west. Endless grasslands dance in the wind, Big Pond, Montana, so blue. Wondering how it was way back when. Wandering was all they could do. Blessed open country, rivers and trees, tall purple mountains that make you believe God must be smiling to have made all these in the wild, wild west. Deserts and canyons and bright starry nights, people who live on this land tell their stories and legends alike, each one a part of the plan. Blessed open country, rivers and trees, Tall purple mountains that make you believe God must be smiling to have made all these in the wild, wild west. In the wild, wild west. Thank you.
Do one more together?
We are doing one more together, and then
Yes, and
You're gonna-
since these folks, are maybe going to want to follow both of us, I think the whole thing that we need to talk about is that I'm going to go to Arizona and to Texas, where you have your places,
Yeah.
and do some concerts there. So we might as well just invite them to come to those as well, don't you think?
yeah, come on down to Texas and Arizona.
Well, I do talk about that. Well, the first one I'm going to do is this October. I'm going to be in Hill Country and quite a few different areas of Texas, and certainly going to go to your place and do a concert. And then next February, be in Tubac area where their ranch there is, and be in Arizona because I just kind of figure, I love it here so much, but I do like some sunshine once in a while. So
Right.
I just figure if I can go play a little music in Arizona in February, then why not? Exactly.
Beautiful.
And then you come here when it's nice in the
That's
Oregon,
right.
and when it's too hot there.
Yeah.
How hot was it yesterday when you left?
It was pretty warm. It was in the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, down in southern Arizona.
Yeah.
Not as hot as Phoenix though. So whenever y'all come to the ranch, our ranch in Arizona, even if it's warm in Tubac in Arizona, it's probably 20 degrees hotter.
Yeah, true. Well, that's all right. I'm going anyway. I'm going to enjoy every minute of it. And so this is one about Texas, and she was the one that said, "Can we do two-step in Texas
I
Blue?"
love that.
And
Yeah.
I said, "Absolutely." I'm two-stepping Texas Blue. Oh, I'm a lonesome Lone Star cowgirl without you. And I'd step across that whole darn state to dance again with you. I'm two-stepping Texas Blue. Perfect night. Dance hall was crowded. I was feeling just right. The band was playing every song that I knew. And then I saw you. We hit the floor
And dance together like we've been there before. Time passed quickly, then we closed the place down. Then you were nowhere around.
I'm two-stepping Texas Blue. Well, I'm a lonesome Lone Star cowgirl without you. And I'd step across that whole darn state to dance again with you. I'm two-stepping Texas Blue. High and low, I'm gonna search until I finally know. Was it a dream when I was holding you tight on that special night? Now we're two-stepping Texas Blue. I'm a lonesome Lone Star cowgirl without you. I'd step across that whole darn state to dance again with you. I'm two-stepping Texas Blue. Well, I'd even waltz across that whole darn state to dance again with you. I'm two-stepping Texas Blue. Oh, thank you, Tish.
Good song.
I'm going to turn it over to her, but just before I do, I want to tell you she's going to play a while yet, and then there is some taquitos and some goodies over there. Help yourself, please, to those when we take our little break. Maddie and Luke are behind the bar. Woo, woo, woo. And they're going to be taking care of any of your desires for beer or wine, or there's also iced tea and water over there. And if you haven't paid, please come find me. I wasn't there to meet and greet you like I had planned, but you know, I trust every one of you. I think almost everybody I've seen already has already paid. So I think that's great. It's going to go to my dear friend Tish for coming out here and all of her expenses. So just enjoy. That is what I want you to do. And let's just try to make some more of these happen. If anybody has an event coming up, summer, fall, Christmas time, whatever, talk to me about it, because that is my dream, to have small parties here and let you guys, you know, rent this for your needs. And I guess one last thing that is a very important topic is, if you need to go to the bathroom, you can excuse yourself and go over to the little house. It's okay if we go in there? Okay.
It looks a little bit like a tornado, but the bathroom's okay.
Okay. Yeah, so that's right over here to your left. You'll see it. So thank you guys again. Please make welcome one more time, Tish Hinojosa.
Thank you. Thank you, Joni. Thanks for playing those opening songs. You know, I was a goofy, absent-minded musician, and I got the time wrong. Everybody else in my world had it right. Joni, first of all. So let me get my set list here. So I'm from San Antonio, Texas, my hometown. Hey, San Antonio! Woo! Spurs! Go Spurs, go! Oh, yeah, Lackland. Yeah, all the military bases. One of my first early singing jobs back in the 1970s, right out of high school, was singing on the Riverwalk. So any of y'all that have gone to San Antonio, those were my old stomping grounds. And then I moved up in my early 20s. I ended up just wanting some adventure, so I moved up to the mountains of northern New Mexico. And there I lived in Taos for about the next 10 years. And it was just such a dream and wonderful. I'd never lived in mountains like that before. And anyway, it kind of opened up my songwriting. And here's one of my songs from that, my very first self-released record, 1987. This is called Taos to Tennessee. I've been on a one-way track. Guess there's no more looking back without you. I've known loneliness before. Here it's knocking at my door again. What's been done and what's been said, one love's gone and my head's all for leaving. Taos is home, but signs look good, and my mind's on that road to Tennessee. Western sky shining warm upon my back, save a fiery setting sun for me. Misty eye needs a starry southern night to shine a trail from Taos to Tennessee. Times are fast, dreams move slow. Nashville and New Mexico's the same. And if I could have my way, I'd take your love when I leave town today. Mountain sage, desert pine, how I hate to leave it all behind. Southern ways are new to me. For a song, it's where I wanna be. Western sky shining warm upon my back, save a fiery setting sun for me. Misty eye needs a starry southern night to shine a trail from Taos to Tennessee. Shine a trail from Taos to Tennessee. western sky, shining warm upon my back. Save a fiery setting sun for me. Misty eye needs a starry southern night to shine a trail from Taos to Tennessee. Shine a trail from Taos to Tennessee. Thank you. Hold on. Water time. Whoops. When Joni said she had taquitos over there, I thought she said tequila. So I was like, wow, what a party. Not yet. San Antonio is my hometown, as I mentioned, and I'm the youngest in a large Mexican-American family, and my parents were both from Mexico, and they met in San Antonio. And with a blended family and family of their own, we're 13 kids all together, and I'm the youngest of our gang. So I've written songs about my family and about my hometown. And here's a song that takes me back to San Antonio. And, the Mexican radio station was always turned on in the kitchen, and that's my earliest memories of music and falling in love with music was to the old Mexican songs. And so when I started writing my own stuff, I wanted to pay tribute to that. I like calling this song a front porch love song. It's called Aquella Noche, that certain night. Cualquier persona en cualquier lugar sabe un cuento de amores. Se guarda dentro para recordar y así se pasan los dolores. Cuando los días de su fiel pasar regresan a reconocer. Ahí te espero, pero primero este cuento de un soñar. Sin dar razón se dio pasión, el corazón viajero. Destino fue a conocer que juventud no es juego. Se me pasó el tú y yo, inocencia cambiará, pero si aprenden cruzar los puentes de las lágrimas que dan. La 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 la. Desde aquí quiero recontar cariño que yo conocí, y sin embargo el tiempo ha de pasar, pues los recuerdos son así. ¿Qué pensarán los que lo saben más? Que todo el mundo es igual. Padres, abuelos, blancos, morenos, saben el cuento que yo vi. Padres, abuelos, blancos, morenos, saben los cuentos que yo vi. Thank you. Gracias, gracias. Now, I'm not really a ranch girl, and I'm not much of a cowgirl, and I really do admire Joni for having all those wonderful elements in her life, and her music really just exudes all that. But so moving to the little towns in northern New Mexico was my very first taste of meeting real cowboys that worked on the ranches around there, and I actually started singing in a country band at that time, and some of my favorite people that came to our two-stepping gigs or in dance halls were the wonderful cowboys. So I dedicated this to my friends in Cimarron, New Mexico. It's the way of life in the Rio West, neath the prairie moon that's heaven blessed, and a tall boot shuffle on a wooden floor. It's a clean white shirt on a Saturday night, and a long cold beer is pure delight. And if you heard me say it, there's a whole lot more. It's the way of life in the Rio West. I'm a city girl, but I must confess I'd be a cowgirl angel, and I know what for. It's the way of life in the Rio West, where your time is yours when the sun sets and the stars rise up to light the western sky. Laredo up north to Cimarron. If I'm lost, you know I've gone to where the spurs that jingle are the working kind. It's the way of life in the Rio West, and if I had my way, I guess I'd ride and rope and wrangle till the day I die. It's the way of life in the Rio West. I'm a city girl, but I must confess I'd be a cowboy angel, and I know what for. It's the way of life in the Rio West, where your time is yours when the sun sets and the stars rise up to light the western sky. Stars rise up to light the western sky. Ooh. Thank you. Thank you very much. Here's a little polka. I've put out like about 16 or 17 records in the course of my career so far, and 2 of them are all Spanish records. This song right here is one that kind of is a little bilingual song, and the words kind of tell themselves. So if you speak Spanish, you'll understand that, and if you speak English, which I think all of you do, then you'll come around when it comes back to English. Anyway, this is about our world we live in, and in some ways, people are just people no matter where you go. It's called Our Little Planet. Bajo el cielo de azul, canta mi alma sincera. He pasado por donde quiera, sobre estos llanos y sierras. No me mires de extranjero, somos pasajeros no más. El sol y la luna nos brillan igual, rodando aquí en nuestra tierra. Quiero saber tu historia, tus sueños y tu desear. Yo pienso que nuestros cuentos serían casi igual. No me mires de extranjero, somos pasajeros no más. El sol y la luna nos brillan igual, rodando aquí en nuestra tierra. Over these hills, plains and mountains, under the big sky of blue, my heart will tell you a story. Your heart can tell me one too. We don't seem too much like strangers. We're doing the best that we can. The sun and the moon shine above as we circle below here on our little planet. Bajo el cielo de azul, canta mi alma sincera. He pasado por donde quiera, sobre estos llanos y sierras. No me mires de extranjero, somos pasajeros no más. El sol y la luna nos brillan igual, rodando aquí en nuestra tierra. The sun and the moon shine above as we circle below here on our little planet. Oh, thank you. Well, how about this? How about we're going to take that little break now, because I know you guys have been sitting here for quite a while, and we all enjoyed Joni's opening songs and then our songs together. And then let's take a little pause now. If anybody needs to use the restroom or get a drink, let's do that. I'll be over here by the merch table and have CDs and thumb drives with my entire catalog and things like that. Anyway, we can talk over there. Anyway, thank you all so much for joining us today. I'll be back in a few minutes to do another set. Thank you. Gracias.
here when we started to clean it up, and I mean, it's really a work of love to get up here and do that. We also redid the floor. Ivan sanded it. Jeff stained it, and so that's been a big change up here because you wouldn't have wanted to walk across the floors that were here before. You might have fallen through. Ivan Halstead is over here running sound and also doing Facebook Live and doing a fantastic job. Yes, indeed. And Mark back there just got here a little bit late, but he is the one that put a lot of these old farm implements on this place because we ended up selling some of Dad's and and Grandpa's, and I hated that. And I was over at a garage sale of all things talking to Mark, and he said, well, maybe I've been kind of looking for a new spot, a new home for some of these. And so, bless his heart, those things that you see around the yard are from Mark back there. So if you need blueberries, go see Mark. And again, gosh, just everybody that's here, don't forget that if you need another drink, go back and see Luke and Maddie. The cookies or little bars are from our wonderful friend who also started all these flowers around the yard, Terry Cummings, who is Luke and Olivia's FFA teacher. And thank you, Terry, for bringing the goodies and also for the flowers again. So, all righty, and Jeff and I just thank you for being here, and we just welcome back to the stage, or whatever you want to call this. I mean, it's called the Rhyming Auditorium.
I like that.
Miss Tish Hinojosa.
Thank you, Joni. Okay. Oops. Okay. So being from South Texas, there's a lot of legend and a lot of stories that we grew up listening to, as every part of the world and of the country have their legends and stories and sayings and things like that. But this is a kind of famous song that we claim from South Texas, but also it is also claimed from Spain, and it's claimed from other places. And really, truly, the history of this song is really quite mysterious. I don't think anybody really actually knows where it comes from. It's a very haunting tale of the woman who haunts the river. Ivan, is my guitar okay? It's called The Weeping Woman, La Llorona. Salías del templo un día, llorona, cuando al pasar yo te vi. Salías del templo un día, llorona, cuando al pasar yo te vi. Hermoso huipil llevabas, llorona, que la Virgen te creí. Hermoso huipil llevabas, llorona, que la Virgen te creí. No sé lo que tienen las flores, llorona, las flores de un campo santo. No sé lo que tienen las flores, llorona, las flores de un campo santo, que cuando las mueve el viento, llorona, parece que están llorando. Y cuando las mueve el viento, llorona, parece que están llorando. llorona, 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 de un campo lirio. Ay, de mi llorona, 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 llévame al río. Tápame con tu rebozo, llorona, porque me muero de frío. Tápame con tu rebozo, llorona, porque me muero de frío. Ay, de mi llorona, 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 de un campo lirio. Ay, de mi llorona, 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 llévame al río. Y el que no sabe de amores, llorona, no sabe lo que es martirio. Y el que no sabe de amores, llorona, no sabe lo que es martirio. Ay, 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 ay. Thank you. Whoops. Okay. There we go. Let me get a little tuning done here. Come on. What, the tuning? Somebody tell a joke? Well, not where I live. Oh, oh God. I like that one. I'm going to use that one. So I learned this one from my brother-in-law. Let's see. So this guy's sitting at the bar and sits down, and then he hears a voice say, "Hey, nice tie you're wearing." And then he looks around, he doesn't see anything, and then he hears, "Hey, your hair looks pretty good today." And then he's like, "Okay, who said that?" And then the bartender says, "It's the peanuts, they're complimentary." Okay. There we go. That's about the length of my joke telling. So I've had a wonderful life so far, and I hope I've got a lot more. But to tell y'all about some of my adventures, back in about 2004, I moved to Germany. I lived in Hamburg for 10 years, and I really, really loved, because I used to tour over there quite a bit in the 90s and early 2000s. And anyway, so during this time, I recorded 3 records while I was out there, and learned to speak a little German. And but one thing was, while I was living over there, that Germans have so many things that are wonderful. Their transportation, engineering, they're great. Everybody's on time. But what I really found missing was when I'd ride the subways and the U-Bahn and all that stuff. You meet a lot of people, and but Germans don't really talk to each other. They're all quiet, like when you're in the subway, or if you're traveling somewhere, and you'll watch this if you travel somewhere and you see a bunch of different German people, they won't really acknowledge each other. like Americans, if you run into Americans like in Europe, everybody starts saying where they're from and, talking about themselves and each other and, oh, great, I've got a cousin in, North Carolina and blah, 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 whatever. But and smiling, when you're walking down the street, Americans, we always, greet, smile at each other and stuff. And I noticed that wasn't very, anyway, not my circle of people, were very, friendly. Of course, I wouldn't have moved over there if I didn't have my own circle of friends. But I wrote a song, one of my songs I wrote while living over there, because I was really missing the friendliness of Texas. And this little song's called I'm Doing What I Can. I don't think I use a capo on this one, sorry. Promises spoken and hearts left wide open, and I'll never know where it's going to end. I'm a believer and message receiver, and knowing that back on my feet I will land. I'm giving you my hand and hope you'll understand. I'm doing what I can. Never before have I wanted to end it, and now I'm not going to let it begin. Putting my steps one in front of the other, not running for cover, not gonna pretend. I'm giving you my hand and hope you'll understand. I'm doing what I can. La 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 da da la 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 da da la 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 da da la 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 la. I'm giving you my hand and hope you'll understand. I'm doing what I can. Promises spoken and hearts left wide open, and stay with me till the end. La 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 la. Thank you. Thank you. Here's a song called My Good Guitar, and I'm sure a lot of us songwriters and musicians have songs about our guitars, who are faithful companions that we've carried through life. And this is a brand new guitar. My husband gave this beautiful Collings to me for my 70th birthday a few months back. And it was a real surprise because a lot of my friends have Collings, and it's a big Texas thing in particular because they're made in Austin. But anyway, this is not the song. I didn't write the song about this one, and maybe one of these days I will write one, but this is too much of a baby yet, so it hasn't been scarred or anything. The guitar I had before was a handmade guitar by my friend John Dillon, and I'd carried that guitar had been with me for like decades. And we'd both been through a lot, and this is a song for that dear guitar. This appears on my record called West. I released in like 2018, and yeah, I'll tell you a little bit more about that guitar. The guitar and I had both some really hard times. I'd say a few years back, and I ended up in the hospital with some really bad surgery that went even worse, and then, you know, I almost died and then came back to life, and I've got a big old scar all across my belly and stuff like that. And also my guitar, my Dylan, had been sitting in the guitar for 7 years because it had fallen and it had broken and it was torn apart, and I couldn't even bear to see it. So I just put it in the closet, and I just felt it was not repairable. And so then one crazy summer day in 2017, I just woke up because I'd been watching a little DIY television, and I said, you know what? I'm going to fix that guitar. And so y'all are going to laugh. My husband loves this story. I went to Home Depot, and I got a bunch of wood clamps, and I got Gorilla Glue, and came back, and, you know, I was working like Geppetto in my kitchen, you know, just, you know, cranking it and gluing it, and I'll be damned, it all came back together again. And I was so excited. That's when I wrote the song about the guitar. And then, anyway, a little later, it didn't last that long. It made it through the recording sessions and everything, but then it just, the Gorilla Glue thing just doesn't really work on guitars. Just to let you know, in case you ever think about doing that. But then my husband, Lynn, he is a woodworker, and he said, I'm going to fix that guitar. So then he rebuilt the whole thing for me. And so then I really played that for like the last 4 or 5 years. So, you know, guitars have stories to tell. Anyway, this is my guitar story. It's called My Good Guitar. You've traveled well, you've traveled far, we've loved each other for what we are, and soared through space, Venus and Mars, past the sun, straight to the stars. We've lived our songs in city bars and hotel rooms and rental cars. You've been my sidekick above it all, my steady friend, my good guitar. Though we are weathered, we both pulled through. You look like me, I look like you. We've been through hell, we've fallen hard. I've picked up pieces and glued the shards, and music flows through cracks and scars. It's you and me, my good guitar. Though we are weathered, we both pulled through. You look like me, I look like you. We've traveled well, we've traveled far, we've loved each other for what we are, and music flows through cracks and scars. It's you and me, my good guitar, and music flows through cracks and scars. It's you and me, my good guitar. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, I think it's polka time here at the old Harms Homestead Ranch. Hey, we have a pigeon. Oh, yeah, I know, and they're they're not paying either. So at our ranch in down in Tubac, Arizona, um, yeah, like I said, I'm not a ranch girl. I'm a city girl, and boy, have I learned a lot about ranch life. Uh, Swallows and pigeons are everywhere, and they decide to roost in the most unlikely places. And we have like breezeways and stuff, and sure enough, there's like, swallow poop and pigeon poop and bats. Oh, yeah, and we have bats too. Oops. We have bats too. So, yeah, I'm sure learning a lot about country life out there. So, here's a little song about a ranch, and this is one of my Spanish songs on the latest record called With a Guitar and a Pen. And anyway, so I kind of wrote this song about our little ranch, and it's a little fantasy about riding your horse. I think my granddaughter's a precious little girl. She's 6 years old now, and she's always making up stories, and she loves, fantasy. And I can't help think but that I kind of unknowingly just kind of channeled this song from her, because I take my horse and he grows wings, and then we fly above in the sky over the mountains. And so that's what this little polka is about. It's called Canto de la Montaña, the Song of the Mountain. Cuando brilla la luna sobre valle y sierra igual, mi caballo crece 2 alas, dejamos la tierra atrás. Mi hacienda parece de oro, mi vestido de plata estelar, mis botas de miles colores de joyas del mar. Canto de la montaña y estrellas que no cansan brillar, manantiales, ríos y fuentes que corren de agua cristal. En sueños recuerdo los días en tu ranchito del sol, tus ojos tan llenos de risa, mi alma llena de tu amor. This is the accordion. La, 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 la. Hoy vuelo en mi caballito sobre las nubes sin ti, pensando de aquellos sueños, del amor que tenías por mí, las horas inolvidables que cantan en mi corazón. Aquí les canto con cariño en esta canción. Canto de la montaña y estrellas que no cansan brillar, manantiales, ríos y fuentes que corren de agua cristal. En sueños recuerdo los días en tu ranchito del sol, tus ojos tan llenos de risa, mi alma llena de tu amor. Tus ojos llenos de risa, mi alma llena de tu amor. Gracias. Thank you, thank you. Let's see. Yeah, here's a little song. I guess I call it just a light two-stepper, and I don't know. It's just about those circles in life. Uh, we all go through good times, through bad times, and um, eventually our circles. Sometimes we're in ones, sometimes we're in twos, and sometimes we're in 13s, like my family. Anyways, people dancing. Anyway, I picture people, all these different people dancing around the dance floor. This song is called "Back to You." It was so easy in the beginning. What did we have to lose? Heaven knows why our circles get closer, dancing in ones and twos over the highway, under the rainbow, shuffling sideways round the blues, like constellations circling the endless sky. Gravity pulls me back to you, taking a leap in the dark with my eyes closed. What are you gonna say? What with the shadows falling behind us, taking them on our way over the highway, under the rainbow, shuffling sideways round the blues, like constellations circling the endless sky. Gravity pulls me back to you. La la, la la, la na 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 na. Over the highway, under the rainbow, shuffling sideways around the blues, like constellations circling the endless sky. Gravity pulls me back to you. Gravity pulls me back to you. La la, la la, la na 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 la. Thank you. So in my early days, I guess I ended up back in Austin, which is kind of a funny way to move from San Antonio to Austin. I left San Antonio in 1979 and went and lived other places, and then ended up coming back in 1989. And instead of going to San Antonio, I moved to Austin. So it took me like, I don't know, 20 years to get back to Austin. No, 10 years. Sorry about that. Now, what was I introducing here? Give me a second. It was going to be a really good one. Hold on. Oh yeah, I know. Like I mentioned, I just turned 70, so yeah, it's like it's beginning to, it's happening. I know what I'm going to do. No, I really don't know what I was going to do, but I'm going to go ahead and play this song because it's kind of works in that whole thing. Like I said, I didn't grow up listening to country music. I mostly listened to pop music and Mexican music. That was my thing. But later, of course, in New Mexico were all my country music days, and I ended up singing with Michael Murphy because he was the big star that lived in Taos. And in the early 80s, he took me under his wing, and I became his backup singer, and I'd go to Nashville with him and be on all those great Nashville TV shows and everything. And so I learned so much about songwriting and about Nashville and all that during those years. So I really, really do thank him for being my mentor. But coming back, I wanted to pay tribute to the places that I love. And so here's another song about San Antonio in a roundabout way. Y'all probably know the Bob Wills song, San Antonio Rose. So here's my little response to him. And it's a Western swing song, even though, I'm playing folk-like, so you'll have to use your imagination a little bit. This is called San Antonio Romeo. Down where the winding river runs by the Alamo, a certain senorita parted from her beau. One broken-hearted cowboy sang his sad refrain, calling to the moon to bring her to his arms again. Years have passed, the moonlit path where Rosie said goodbye. Every parting has a reason why. Was it that her leathered bow couldn't tell a cowgirl no, and she didn't want to wait in line? San Antonio, Romeo, cowboy angels love to watch him ride. Steal the show, loves your rodeo. Where's my San Antonio Romeo? It ain't cool to make a wrangler settle down. Well, I hear that Rosie's coming back to town. Blue Jean Valentino, would you stay around? Walk along the river once again. San Antonio, Romeo, cowboy angels love to watch him ride. Steal the show, loves your rodeo. Where's my San Antonio Romeo? It ain't cool to make a wrangler settle down. Well, I hear that Rosie's coming back to town. Blue Jean Valentino, would you stay around? Walk along the river once again. San Antonio, Romeo, cowboy angels love to watch him ride. Steal the show, loves your rodeo. Where's my San Antonio Romeo? Where's my San Antonio Romeo? Thank you. Thank you very much. So I've had a lot of good things happen during my career. And one of my highlights, I think, was back in like 95 or 6, somewhere around there. I got a call from Linda Ronstadt, and she wanted to record one of my songs. So I was there, oh my God, that was like the most, she had been my hero, all through my teenage years and growing up. And I just couldn't believe that she wanted to get together with me. So anyway, we did, and she chose one of my songs. And so this is a song that actually has had quite a career of its own. Linda recorded this, and also, okay, here's a funny story. This song was used as a theme song for a soap opera in South Korea. And it became the hugest hit in South Korea. It's gone quadruple platinum over the years. And it's quite a reach out there. I've actually been over there and sung on really big stages, like with metronomes. What are they called? No. I was going to say megaphones. What? The big screens that are behind you, whatever they're called. And when generations, it's like soap operas, when they have like a special song, not only the old people that listened like back in the 90s, but now their kids and grandkids know the song too. So when I play it, everybody rushes to the stage and starts singing along in Spanish. So it's kind of weird. What a world we live in. This is a song about crossing the border and someone telling their story of sending money so their loved one can reach them, and hoping for the bright future as they work hard. It's one of the lines in the song is, Esperanza es mi destinación, hope is my destination. And he talks about being a fugitive, prófugo. Anyway, this is called A Donde Voy, Where I Go. Madrugada me ve corriendo bajo cielo que empieza color. No salga sol a nombrarme a la fuerza de la migración. Un dolor que siento en el pecho es mi alma que hiere de amor. Pienso en ti y tus brazos que esperan, tus besos y tu pasión. ¿Dónde voy? ¿A dónde voy? Esperanza es mi destinación. Solo estoy por el monte, prófugo voy. Días, semanas y meses pasan muy lejos de ti. Muy pronto te llegará dinero. Yo te quiero tener junto a mí. El trabajo me llena las horas. Tu risa no puedo olvidar. Vivir sin tu amor no es vida. Vivir de prófugo es igual. ¿Dónde voy? ¿A dónde voy? Esperanza es mi destinación. Solo estoy por el monte, prófugo voy. ¿Dónde voy? ¿A dónde voy? Esperanza es mi destinación. Solo estoy por el monte, prófugo voy. Gracias. Thank you. So again, I want to say thank you very, very much to Joni. Thank you for, I'm glad we kind of connected a couple of years back, and we've been talking about doing something like this, and her coming to Texas and coming to Arizona, and me coming to visit your beautiful ranch here. So Jeff and Joni, thank y'all so much for inviting me to play for y'all tonight. Thank you guys for coming. And Ivan, thank you for doing all the magic you're doing over there. Appreciate it. Thank you, Ivan. So I like closing with this song. Joni, unless you have something, you can say something afterwards or just. Yeah, maybe we could do one more little thing together. Sure, that'd be wonderful. Okay. So years ago, I wrote this tribute to my parents, and I never thought it would go anywhere. I mean, it was a song I wrote for my family. And both my parents had passed away, and I wanted to give something so my nieces and nephews and my sisters and everyone could have something to remember them by. And so this is their story. about how they raised 13 kids together. And my mom was from a very small town in Mexico, and her dream was to become a singer, and she didn't get to live that dream. She ended up in San Antonio looking for work, and she sure found it. My dad was a widower with 7 kids. And so she was, her young 20s, and she married him, and then they had 5 more daughters together. And so this is my parents' story. It's about growing up on the west side of San Antonio. Whoops. Felipe was a young boy when he crossed the Rio Grande, heading north to Texas where he grew into a man. He fixed cars and worked the wars, raised a family. San Antonio was home on the west side of town. Young Maria dreamed of singing in a concert hall, past the plaza and the village church adobe wall. Hard times stole her innocence, but drove the woman's heart. San Antonio bound to the west side of town. She was proud and lived on faith. He was strong in his own way. They were pilgrims that made a good life the hard way. Felipe lost his first wife in 1943. 7 growing children and desperately in need. Maria came to look for work and found her destiny. With 1 child of her own, to the west side of town. They were married, years went by, and now we were 13. Days were good and days were bad, but mostly they were lean. School and shoes and food and books, believing in a prayer. God must know his way round on the west side of town. She was proud and lived on faith. He was strong in his own way. They were pilgrims that made a good life the hard way. We would go to Mexico and Mama, she would cry for the things we'll never know she had to leave behind. Sisters, brothers know too well what memories can do. Climbing up when you're down from the west side of town. Daddy never owned a house but built a strong foundation. Mama bought her own damn house with self-determination. They're both gone, but I know that they're listening to this song 'neath the San Fernando ground on the west side of town. She was proud and lived on faith. He was strong in his own way. They were pilgrims that made a good life the hard way. Gracias. Thank you very much.
Was that fun or what?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you all very much.
stay right here with me. We're going to do one little. I know you don't even know that I'm doing this to you, so I'm just.
Well, I know. I think I'm going to get a serenade here.
No, we're going to close out with something kind of. What did I do
Oh,
with my
sure.
phone? There it is. But no, I forgot to bring out the guacamole too. So if anybody wants a few more things.
Oh boy, it's all for me then.
You can all have one more round of
yeah.
eating up the food, and then maybe if you want to hit another drink and just visit a bit with Tish, and she's got a lot of great stuff over here, a lot of CDs. You guys still have CD players? Some of you?
Well, here's the interesting thing. I've tried to move into the 21st century. A couple years back, I figured out something that people don't have CD players in their cars anymore. So my entire collection is on a thumb drive that I have for sale over there. Like for the cost of like 3 CDs, you can get 16 records. So, and you can plug that in anywhere as long as you know how to do that. The thumb drive thing. So anyway, just want to let y'all know I got some of those out there too.
All right, one more big round of
Gracias.
applause
Thank y'all.
for Tish. Okay, here we go. Sing along with me here. I remember when I was a lad, times were hard and things were bad. There's a silver lining behind every cloud. Just poor people, that's all we were, trying to make a living off of black land dirt. We'd get together in a family circle, singing loud. Hey, will that circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. Everybody sing now. Well, I remember after work, Mama'd call in all of us. You could hear us singing for a country mile. Now little brother is done gone on, but we'll join him in this song. We'll get together in a family circle, singing loud. Here we go. Will that circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. Do Lord, oh do Lord, oh do remember me. Do Lord, oh do Lord, oh do remember me. Do Lord, oh do Lord, oh do remember me. Way beyond the blue, I got a home in glory land that outshines the sun. I got a home in glory land that outshines the sun. I got a home in glory land that outshines the sun. Way beyond the blue. Here we go. Do Lord, oh do Lord, oh do remember me. Do Lord, oh do Lord, oh do remember me. Do Lord, oh do Lord, oh do remember me. Way beyond the blue. Some bright Tish Hinojosa, everybody.
Thank y'all very, very much. Thank
Thanks
you.
for being here.
Gracias, gracias.